Hi guys, previous video I did a tear down on this nasal hair trimmer or nose hair trimmer from Poundland. Cost me £2. Takes a single AA battery. It's got an electric motor in there which would normally be driving little rotating blades to trim your nose hairs. I've replaced that with a pinion gear. I wanted to 3D print it, but at the moment my filament that I'm using is not up to the job. You might be able to see there's a bit of a gap under there and there's layer lines, so it really isn't up to the job. So I had to look through my box of gears, which is all out of focus. I've got a pack of those, so we'll use one of them. They're nice and long. And I've got a few crown gears, only 3 of them out of that box full of gears. So that will fit on there. So I've 3D printed this. You can see the trouble I'm having. It's just that brand of filament. It just doesn't want to print nicely. I've done all sorts of adjustments, and this is actually looking good compared to where we were. So you can make as many comments as you like about things I can adjust on my printer, but I've done lots of adjustments. This is the best I've come up with. Lots of other people have commented on that particular brand of filament, saying that they hate it and wish they'd never bought it. So, but it was very cheap, so that's why I bought it. Anyway, this will fit in here. I'll probably just put a bit of tape on there to stop it falling apart. And then wheels, I was going to use these cheap ones that came off of a toy, but I can only find 3 of them. So I've had another dig in my stock of stuff. Found these ones. I think the shaft is just long enough to go through there, and that happens to be the right thickness axle to go on there nice and tight. So we'll put that on there, put that through there, put that on there, and all we're doing is going in a straight line. We're not trying to go round corners or anything. You might notice that's just splitting a tiny bit there. So it comes apart along the layers. It delaminates, I think is one word you could use. It's awful stuff, but I'm doing my best to use it up because I bought rather a lot of it because it was cheap. Anyway, let's see if we can get that put together. That one will fit in there, axle through there. And we're just looking at it going in a straight line, or maybe putting a tether in the floor and see if we can get it go round in circles. Going round in circles would probably have been all right with wheels like that because they can slide round the bend. These might give it too much grip, which might cause it to struggle to go round in a bend. We'll see. Well, that works. So I think I'll put a bit of tape along the bottom just to stop it coming apart. And then we'll try and figure out some way of attaching a tether to it so it can go round in circles. So I think that's going to go a bit fast. Well, it'll be different when it's got a load on it, when it's actually on the floor. I suppose I could just put it on the floor, and when it crashes into something, it'll probably fall apart because that filament is rubbish. Yeah, I'll tape it together and see if we can attach a tether on it, and we'll get it to go around in circles. And it's time for us to go and have our cup of coffee, so we'll do that a bit later. I think we can claim that one as a success. So we're using the nasal hair trimmer, or at least we're using the motor from the nasal hair trimmer. It would have been nice to have 3D printed the gears, but that was a fail, so we've used some from my stock. The wheels, a bit bigger than I had in mind, but again, that works. And then I've just got a bit of wire wrapped around it as the tether near the front, because that gets the balance right as it's going round. Bit of kite string there. And then that thing down there is the transformer out of a microwave oven, which just happens to be a nice heavy weight. I've had that one for quite a few years and use it for that sort of thing. And I just added that fiberglass rod there to give us a bit of height, because I initially had it set up down low and it was getting caught on the edges of the transformer. So that was the easy way out, just lift it up out the way. So we have a tethered electric car. Does nothing other than goes round in circles. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.